As German military expert Ruprecht stared at the blurry aerial photograph, a question swirled in his mind. Could this mysterious twin-winged aircraft flying alongside the Y-9 be the Guam Express, the Yunying 5000T stealth bomber that China has been secretly developing under the guise of a target drone? In the summer of 2025, a 15-second video sparked a storm in military circles. The footage showed a drone with a wingspan of approximately 18 meters, featuring a unique two-segment flying wing design, closely trailing beneath the wing of a Y-9 transport aircraft, with a distance of less than 100 meters between them. This ultra-close formation was no coincidence. It revealed that China was testing a loyal wingman system that could revolutionize traditional air combat tactics. The drone's aerodynamic layout immediately sparked professional analysis. The first wing section has a significant sweep angle, while the second section's sweep angle sharply decreases, with the trailing edge slightly forward swept. The overall silhouette resembles Sweden's Saab 35 Draken fighter jet but appears even more aggressive. This design suggests a combination of high subsonic penetration capabilities and top-tier stealth performance, with a radar cross-section potentially below 0.01 square meters, like a ghostly bird gliding across the sky. In terms of dimensions, this mysterious drone has a wingspan of approximately 18 meters, roughly half that of the Y-9 transport aircraft, with a length of around 12.25 meters, fully aligning with the parameters of the Yunying 5000T unveiled at the 2022 Zhuhai Air Show. More importantly, its two-segment flying wing configuration is identical to the Yunying 5000T static test aircraft displayed at the Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group (CIG) Park. The wings and fuselage have no clear boundary, with the transition point located at the rear of the fuselage, forming a smooth, flat nose and tapered tail. This design is no coincidence, especially considering that China's aviation industry rarely repeats the development of aircraft with similar aerodynamic layouts. The most compelling evidence comes from the evolution of the engine nozzle. Early models had a prominent protrusion, but the test aircraft has been modified with a smooth stealth treatment, similar to the flattened design of the Attack 11, indicating it has transitioned from concept verification to operational configuration. The true revolutionary breakthrough of the Yunying 5000T lies in its 3-in-1 operational flexibility. Although nominally a target drone, its 18-meter wingspan and 20-ton maximum takeoff weight far exceed the requirements for a target drone, directly competing with the U.S. Air Force's X-47B stealth attack drone. The two independent large weapon bays on the underside of the fuselage feature a rare partition design, with each bay equipped with multifunctional mounting points. This allows it to either stealthily deploy precision-guided munitions, or sacrifice some stealth capability to carry heavy weapons, including 3 to 4-ton air-launched ballistic missiles, or YJ-21 supersonic anti-ship missiles. This semi-stealth heavy strike mode breaks the traditional constraints of flying wing drones, sacrificing payload capacity for stealth, achieving a delicate balance between penetration capability and destructive effectiveness. The accompanying Y-9 transport aircraft also holds hidden capabilities. The newly added knife-shaped satellite antenna array on its fuselage reveals it has been upgraded to an airborne command hub, capable of simultaneously controlling a swarm of 6 to 8 drones. This role completely redefines the value chain of transport aircraft. A Y-9, costing just $70 million paired with 3 Attack 11 drones, has a total cost of less than $100 million yet can disable air defense systems worth billions. Northwestern Polytechnical University's 2024 simulation further demonstrates its power. When 2 J-20S fighters command 4 drones to confront 6 F-22s, the success rate reaches 95%. This human decision-making plus drone assault model reduces pilot casualties to 0 while replacing the U.S. Air Force's E-3 early warning aircraft single command node with a distributed command network, increasing survivability by 300%. The operational effectiveness of the Yunying 5000T is not only supported by hardware, but also by China's unique algorithm industry dual engine. The patent for the embedded attention strategy, approved for Hongdu Group in 2025, has reduced the decision-making delay for 10 drones operating in coordination from 2 seconds to 0.3 seconds, far exceeding the 1.8-second level of the U.S. military's Skyborg project. In terms of mass production capacity, the Rainbow UAV Taijo pulsed production line has achieved 6 station assembly line operations, with an annual production capacity of 200 units. DJI's civilian flight control algorithms have further improved the positioning accuracy of military UAVs to the decimeter level. This military-civilian integration model has kept the unit cost of the Yunying 5000T at 15 million United States dollars, just half that of the U.S. military's XQ-5 Valkyrie. While the U.S. military-industrial complex delays projects due to disputes over interest distribution, China is leveraging its civilian-to-military ecosystem advantage to achieve a strategic leapfrog. Practical data from Saudi Arabia's introduction of the Rainbow 4 production line shows over 100,000 hours of combat operations. Chinese drones achieved a 92% operational rate and over 85% ammunition hit rate, with this battlefield feedback further accelerating technological iteration. The Yunying 5000T's 18-meter wingspan far exceeds the Attack 11's 14 meters, which not only means greater payload capacity, but also grants it a 4,000-kilometer combat radius, sufficient to cover the U.S. military's Guam base. In a typical operational scenario, it can act as an electronic assassin, deploying 100 kilometers forward to release electromagnetic interference to disable Patriot radar systems, then having the J-20S launch missiles from a safe airspace, with the Yunying 5000T providing mid-course guidance. An even more lethal scenario is the swarm breakthrough. The 100-drone swarm tested by Guangqi Technology in 2025 can form a three-dimensional reconnaissance network within 30 seconds, while the Yunying 5000T, leveraging its large payload advantage, can serve as the swarm's core by carrying relay communication equipment to guide low-cost drones in conducting saturation attacks. This tactic would force U.S. aircraft carrier strike groups to retreat east of Guam, a shift acknowledged in a 2024 RAND Corporation report as tilting the balance of power in the Western Pacific. It is worth noting that the debut of the Yunying 5000T coincides with a period of paradigm shift in Chinese military theory. A June 2025 article in the People's Liberation Army Daily emphasized that drones should become the decisive force in future conflicts, urging the abandonment of the traditional mindset of viewing them as auxiliary weapons, and instead establishing a new operational doctrine centered on unmanned systems. This concept is concretized in Taiwan Strait simulations. The Yunying 5000T can first serve as a target drone to simulate B-2 penetration paths for air defense force training, then switch to an electronic warfare platform to disrupt enemy command chains during combat, and finally transform into a missile launch platform to deliver a fatal strike. Its ability to seamlessly transition between multiple roles is the ultimate interpretation of low-cost intelligent warfare, replacing pilot decision-making with algorithms, leveraging distributed systems to overwhelm single-point advantages, and using civilian supply chains to suppress traditional military giants. Ruprecht's speculation only scratches the surface. Behind the Yunying 5000T lies China's ultimate interpretation of low-cost intelligent warfare, converting transport aircraft into command platforms, replacing pilot decision-making with algorithms, and leveraging civilian supply chains to suppress military giants. While the Pentagon struggles with counter-drone microwave weapons, the target drone, quietly on display at Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group's facility, has already fired its first live round in exercises north of the Taiwan Strait. The rules of future battlefields are being quietly rewritten by these twin wings. The 15-second footage of the Y-9 and the drone flying side by side will be marked by history as a milestone in the Chinese Air Force's evolution from a platform-centric to a network-centric approach. While the West is still debating the standards for sixth-generation fighters, the East has already provided a silent answer through systemic superiority.